Hello, everybody. Welcome back to an all new Beyond the Barricade. We are live right now at this very moment. I've got a very special guest coming up. It is his first podcast appearance, so I'm excited about this one. Let us go ahead and bring forth Dante King. How you doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good, good,
Not too bad.
good. We're just discussing Funkos back there. Look at those cool Funkos you got.
Yeah. There's so much back here too. It's like I didn't even know there was like pops for literally everything.
Oh, there's the pops. There literally is for everything.
Well, I
Pops
just
for
seen
everything.
actually your little like design. I barely noticed is based off of like a Funko Pop. That's really sick.
It is, yeah. If you can see that corner thing, yeah. I'm a big Funko guy, especially WWE. I collect a lot of the WWE ones, especially some of the limited Freddy Funkos that they
Oh,
come
okay.
out. Yeah, usually every summer at San Diego Comic Con, they'll have like this event Funko called Fun Days,
Wow.
and they'll give out extremely limited Funkos, like 24 or 200 or 1,000.
Wow. 24 is like really
Like
rare. Like you
really
have to
rare,
have it.
yeah.
Yeah. If you got one, it's probably.
I had one. I did. I did. I sold them.
Oh, okay. Well, it happens. It's okay. This is probably
Yeah.
like half the collection she used to have. She sold like half of them as well.
Yo, once you get like overwhelmed with them, it's like, shoot, what do I do with all these
Yeah,
Funko Pops?
you got to get rid of them.
Yeah, I have a whole storage unit full too.
Wow. So
Yeah,
you just got them. You're the
crazy.
collector.
Yeah, I gotta like relax. You know what I'm saying? Just stick to one type.
Let's see. Pick one genre, stick to it.
That's right. Yeah, I believe I have some of those in the background too. Some of the Beetlejuices as well.
Oh,
I got
really?
some of the really limited horror ones, like the Chase ones when they first came out.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a glow in the dark Michael, a glow in the dark Jason, and the Leatherface has blood all over him.
Oh, there's a Leatherface. I didn't even know that. But we were just saying there's pops for everything. So I mean,
Yeah, there's a Leatherface Chase out there, which is I believe at the time it was one. Because now if they release a Chase, it's 1 out of 6, but back then it was like 1 out of 30.
oh wow. So it's like gotten like more rare as Funko's got more popular then.
Right, right, right. No, no. Actually, as they got more popular, they became more frequent.
Ah, okay. Yeah, other way around.
There's so many variations, like this, the one that you have back there, the Hot Topic one. Let's say
Right.
that one had a Chase.
Yeah.
It would only be a Chase you get at Hot Topic. Whereas if they had a Beetlejuice from like anywhere else, let's say a Walmart that wasn't exclusive, that didn't
Right.
have that sticker, then you have a better chance of getting a Chase and finding
Right.
one than you do at a Hot Topic. You know what I'm saying?
Right. There's this I got Gypsy it's like a Roman Reigns one with his like tribal chief shirt on it and it's like a Walmart exclusive.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Is
Yeah,
it?
that one was
It
pretty
came.
cool.
It came in a box, right? He's got a white
Yeah,
shirt.
he's got a t-shirt in there and everything too.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
hasn't
yeah,
opened it yet, it's still there.
yeah, yeah. I had to get two, one to open and one to keep in the box.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, that's a pretty good idea so you could at least have the shirt on one of them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. So I have both. All right, let's start off with how did you fall in love with this wonderful world that we call wrestling?
How did I fall in love with this? So it was really the matches and the storytelling. So I could tell you that one day I'm a big YouTube guy. I like to be on YouTube all the time. I watch a whole bunch of stuff. So just randomly, I remember being suggested a wrestling match that was it was John Cena versus The Rock, and I remember not watching wrestling in years. So I'm like, "There's no way this actually happened, right?"
Right.
So I go in and I watch the set of matches that they had, and I was like, "Wow, like this is like me being a kid all over again." I fell right back in love with it, and I guess that's where it starts.
Oh, okay. Man, YouTube you can find anything.
Yeah, so much stuff.
Even like if you had an opponent that you don't know much about, and you're like, oh, let me see if they have a matchup. You just pull it up. There it
Oh,
is.
I'm
There's a
sure you
match.
could find something. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
even if they don't post it themselves, I'm sure there's something on YouTube somewhere where you could find them.
Right, right, right. Okay, so now you started to like wrestling, love wrestling, however you want to put it, and then what made you push to decide, hey, I'm going to start training, and where did you train, and who trained you?
Um, what made me want to like get into it is so I used to be a basketball player.
Hmm.
Um, like I played up until my second year in college.
Mhm.
and I decided school wasn't for me. I didn't really want to do school anymore, so I
Right.
just kind of like chilled for a while, worked, and I wanted to really like get back into like my stuff for athleticism, like because I'm just like I've been training my whole life. There's no way I'm just gonna let it go to waste. So I thought about going back into basketball, and
Right.
then wrestling came up in my life again, and I was like, man, if I can play basketball for 16 years, I'm sure I have some kind of capability to wrestle. So um, it's actually a funny story. So I can might be a little long, so forgive me. But there's
It's
this.
fine. Go ahead.
So the way I started is that when I was about 6 or 7 years old, my mother was training for wrestling, and she was being trained by this guy Mosh Pit Mike out here in New Mexico, and he trained her for about 5 or 6 months, and I remember going to his house every week and watching them like
Mhm.
train as I was a little kid. So life happens. My mom wasn't able to train anymore. She stopped wrestling. So but I remember that like exclusively since I was a
Right.
kid. So getting back into this wrestling thing, I was like, well, how am I gonna start training? Where do I even start? Do I have to move? Is there anything out here, in New Mexico that I can get into? So
Right.
I asked my mom about the guy she used to train with, and she did a little digging and she found him. So I was able to talk to Mosh Pit Mike, and he said he didn't train, so he sent me to my current school now, which is Off the Ropes Academy here in New Mexico, and I'm trained by Gino Rivera.
Okay.
He's the one that's helped me get into
Develop.
this, get into this journey of wrestling, and get me to where I am now, even. So,
Awesome. What kind of advice did he give you before we go
um,
into your first match?
uh, really to expect the unexpected. That's like the biggest piece of advice he's given me, that it's like it's never failed. Like and especially here at independent shows, like there's like you can't like not expect anything. The cards get switched up all the time. People run late. Shows get canceled. I've driven all the way up to a show before 6 hours, and it got rained out and canceled.
Oh no.
Yeah, so really just to expect anything in wrestling and never be, taken by surprise. That way, um, the term is like not to sell anything, don't sell anything.
Right.
So, uh, yeah, that's really the biggest piece of advice I've taken so far.
Okay. All right. Now you trained and you're ready for your first match. Tell me about your experience with your first match, who your opponent was, and how did you feel actually being in the ring for the first time?
I actually, I really didn't like my first match. I'm sure it was fine.
Okay. Uh-huh.
But I was wrestling one of our old trainees, one of our guys who used to be in the school. His name is Fonzie LaFleur,
Mhm.
and he was my first match. And we went out there like I was a little like jittery, a little bit nervous, but also, I mean, I wasn't. It wasn't too bad because we only had about like 6 or 7 minutes, so it wasn't going to be anything
Right.
spectacular. But it wasn't the worst match in the world. But looking back at it, like I'm sure I could have done a lot better.
Okay. Now let's go to wrestler that you want to wrestle, that you haven't wrestled.
That I haven't wrestled. So like this is as far as like the independent scene.
Yeah.
Um, hmm. There is a few. I think right now my biggest one would be Thugnificent out in Arizona,
Hmm.
and he ever since I started wrestling, he's not only seen how far I've come, but I've seen like he was a great wrestler about a year and a half, 2 years ago,
Hmm.
and now that I've seen him have a lot more matches and I've been able to watch him like really up close, that's one of the guys that I really want to
That you
have.
want to wrestle.
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
fantastic.
How about a favorite opponent you've had so far?
Favorite opponent I've had so far. Um, my favorite opponent has been EJ Sparks out of Arizona. He gave me a really, really good match when I was first starting. It was in March of last year, I think.
Uh-huh.
And that was one of those things where I was like pushed to my limit and really tested to see if I can, kind of hang. My cardio's there,
Right,
my
right.
wrestling ability's definitely there. We always look back and say like, hey, like you could have done this better, you could have done that better, or like change a few things up. But I think that one, it has been my favorite opponent so far, EJ Sparks.
Okay. Well, that's also how you grow.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
only in wrestling, but anywhere in life is just to learn from your mistakes.
I will, like, not only that, I feel like you got to be put in positions like or put in the ring, like, or in any situation with people who are better than you are. If you're put in
Right.
those situations with people who are better than you are, it forces you to come to their level, and it puts you out of your comfort zone. It really pushes you, and like, in I guess in some cases, most cases actually, it elevates you. That way you can grow.
You can grow, right?
Hmm.
Absolutely. All right. Favorite gimmick match you've been in so far?
Favorite
Or
gimmick
or
match?
toughest. Whichever one.
Okay. I haven't had anything as far as gimmick matches.
Oh no.
Well,
All
like,
right. So how
I've had
about
one street fight. Okay, one street
all
fight, but
right,
I
that,
don't
that
think that
counts. That
really.
counts.
But toughest match had to be against my own trainer.
Uh,
Yeah, I've wrestled him. I want to say 3 or 4 times now, but it was the second ever match I had with him, and it was in December uh, of 2021.
uh,
That match, it was a Christmas match here in Albuquerque, and when I say he really tested me and pushed me to my limit, that's probably the hardest match I've ever had to, go through, because that was just like really to see if I've got what it takes. And I thought I did pretty well in that match. So
okay. That was not too far off from when the pandemic started.
no, not at all. Like, so I got my first match rather quickly. I had trained for 6 months,
Uh-huh.
and my trainer felt that I was
You're ready.
ready to go on and have like at least a few matches, and
Hmm.
those few matches turned into more matches, because I was able to show that I'm consistently improving and
Right.
able to develop my all around game. That way, I can keep um, I guess getting booked.
Uh-huh.
That because obviously, if I wasn't doing too well, I wouldn't be booked.
Sorry, I dropped something.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I did the same thing earlier. You see me.
All right, let's go with how did the pandemic affect you? Because you're
That-
talking about like that was when you're first starting to wrestle, right?
yeah.
So now, boom, the pandemic is like, all right, everything stops.
Right. November 2020 was actually my first month of training. So the pandemic didn't affect my wrestling, but like me as like a person, it was really weird, because I mean, I'm a to myself type of guy anyway, but like not being able to even go outside for the longest time,
Right.
even being an essential worker, it was pretty weird being in the house all the time. You don't really get to talk to a lot of people. Good thing I'm a huge like game nerd, so I like to talk to my friends online, and they were able to keep me company through those, like, I wouldn't say like dark days, but like for
Right.
sure
Right.
it was a little bit sadder times, because you
Tough
don't
day.
get to see people. Yeah, you don't get to see people as much, and everybody's like so used to being around each other, that separation, I'm sure it affected a lot of people.
Okay. All right. Let's go into favorite venue you've wrestled out of
Favorite venue.
and why.
My favorite venue actually just came recently, out in Borger, Texas. They have what we call as a Borger Dome,
Hmm.
and it's this like, as you can imagine, it's this giant, giant dome out in Borger, Texas. That
I
um,
I think SOS told me the same thing.
yeah, it's like it's such a nice place. You know what I
Uh,
mean? Like, I've never seen anything like it, and the atmosphere as well as the crowd, it really just like booms in there. It's very loud in there, so it's really nice to wrestle there. It's so fun.
okay. Awesome. All right. Now I know we talked about this. Favorite hobbies would be video games. What are some of the games you're playing now?
Um, Recently I've been playing nothing but like Apex Legends and Fortnite, some typical games, but like those, because those are the only games that I play with my friends.
Uh-huh.
But I used to be into a lot of stuff, like Multiverses is like a fighting game with like a bunch of Marvel characters. I used to play Fall Guys. I actually like for the long end of the pandemic, I was streaming. I think I streamed for about 3 years, so two prior to the pandemic, and then that's where like I got really into it, was during the pandemic, and I streamed
Right.
for on Twitch for a while, and I was just playing like pretty much anything I can get my hands on, because I was just trying to be like more variety. So even down to like when I play horror games, those are my
Uh-huh.
favorite always, because like the chat is always so interactive and they like to see your reaction to this scary ass horror game. Oh, excuse my language.
No, you can curse. It's good. All right. Any TV shows are into or
TV
movies?
shows, movies. We'll start with movies.
All right.
I love Star Wars. Love all the
Oh,
Lord of the Rings series.
okay.
Harry Potter. I know it's we know J.K. Rowling's terrible, but let me enjoy my stuff, okay? Um,
My son was just watching the Harry Potter. He's like, Dad, you got to buy the rest of them. I'm like, I'll buy no movies for you. What are you talking
you know,
about?
also the Marvel Cinematic Universe is like
My
it's
favorite.
yeah. I've been so it's funny. I have this thing. I don't know why it always happens. My birthday's in May,
Uh-huh.
so around May, as you know, all the Marvel movies come out.
Right.
Every year it's a new one. So like I've always had the pleasure. My grandma used to always take us to see one of the Marvel movies every year on my birthday since the first Iron Man came out. I can remember.
Right.
So we've really like gotten to see the whole series grow. It's great.
It's awesome. You're
Oh
going to
yeah.
have another one to see this May.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. It's the last one though. They're
It's the last one with this team.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
We're not gonna have no more Batista.
I know. He's done. He officially said he's done.
Yeah, he said it on an interview, right?
Yeah, he said he doesn't he doesn't want to be known as an actor for that role.
Yeah, he wants to expand his roles.
He's not downplaying the role or anything or what it brought him. He
Yeah.
just wants to do different things.
Well, that's good for
It's
him.
understandable.
No, it's good for him.
Understand. The next big one is coming out this week.
Oh, yep, Quantum
Yep,
Mania. We were just
Quantum
talking
Mania.
about that.
That's right. I was talking about how Kang is my favorite villain.
Yep. See, and I don't know nothing about Kang really. So I like it was right before it was right before the summer. I was really delving into the comic books, but I kind of stopped. So I
Oh,
never got to read about Kang.
yes, he was a time traveler and caused a lot of issues. He was in ancient Egypt
Oh
as
wow.
well. Yes.
Wait,
He's been all over.
I'm sure we're gonna find out. I'm sure we're gonna find out.
I'm sure they're gonna let us know what's
Yeah,
going
it's
on.
gonna explain a little bit. It's good that
He,
you know some details though
he's been hiding in
in the
the
quantum
quantum
realm.
realm.
Yeah,
That's right. But if you did you watch Loki?
I did watch Loki.
There was the variant of him.
Oh, you're right.
Yes, that variant was preventing from this variant or other variants to come.
Yes, I do
He,
remember
he
that.
was keeping everything in check,
Yeah,
and then
because
with
he knew.
Sylvie killing him, it just branched out into the multiverse.
Dang. So okay, so
Yeah,
that makes sense. So it's good that I've been watching these series, these little
that's right.
series,
They all
because
tie into it. Yeah.
yeah, it keeps me updated too. Then, so I'm like, I'm not watching this for nothing, right?
No, you're not watching it for nothing.
Good.
Sylvie set everything that's going to happen.
Okay.
It's her fault. And they're coming back, Loki. Another
Oh,
season.
really?
Yes.
That's
They
gonna
are,
be great. I loved that series. It was so good.
they already filmed it. It's coming.
I loved that series. I also liked the Captain America series a lot too. I think they did a good
Absolutely.
job with the character development there.
They did, and they got the new film coming out.
Yep, that's gonna be great too. New World Order.
New World Order. I know. I'm
Sick.
excited for it. I'm excited. I'm a Steve Rogers guy, and I was a big fan of Chris Evans.
Yeah, I really liked Chris Evans also as Steve Rogers. I'm glad they kept Bucky though around, because
Yes.
I thought it would have been a little bit awkward with just the one solo guy. I think
Right.
him having Bucky and that experience is going to help him a lot too.
Well, Bucky's going to be in Thunderbolts.
Really?
Did you know about Thunderbolts?
No, I didn't know about Thunderbolts.
Oh, the comic is like they're all villains.
Yeah.
So the movie is not quite all villains, but kind of mixed in.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, he's in it. The new Black Widow's in it.
Okay.
Trying to think. Red Hulk's supposed to be in it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So
I'm
yeah,
excited to see Red Hulk on the screen.
I'm excited too, man. I'm excited, and I think I forgot what movie Harrison's going to be in. I think he starts off in Captain America.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's where he's going to
Okay.
make his first appearance.
Oh yeah, well that's good. They always introduce them a couple movies early. That way, when they come in
Right.
later, it's like, oh, we know this guy.
Right. Well, it was William Hurt, but he passed away,
Oh yeah, okay.
so they replaced him with Harrison Ford. Of all, one of the
Yeah,
talk about Star Wars. That's it.
yeah. Well, Harrison Ford's like one of the greatest like good guys of all time. How are you gonna make him a bad guy?
Exactly. It's going to be interesting. I think that's why he's doing it. He wants to do something different.
Okay, yeah, I'm tired of these superhero Indiana Jones Han Solo roles. I need more.
That's right. Your quick thoughts on Mandalorian.
Mandalorian was great actually. I loved it so much. I think they built up to like Luke and Vader being like, it's hard to explain because like if you read Star Wars comics, those two are very powerful beings like just in their own right. And the fact that like Mandalorian didn't overdo the lightsaber play, they were able to tell the story all the way up until Luke showed up and he essentially saved them from like being in the corner. That was like really good storytelling, and I really didn't know where they were going with that, but two
Right.
seasons definitely worth it. Definitely.
Definitely. And the third one coming up in a few weeks.
Are you serious? So
Yeah, it's in
I'm just
March.
out of date on this. Wow. I
Really,
didn't
really
see
cool. Yeah, I'm not
what
even joking. Really, March. I'm gonna say it's either the 8th or the 16th. One of those dates
oh, that's sick. Oh,
is when the
I'm
next
right on
Mando's
that.
coming up.
I'm right on
Me
that.
too.
I'm
I'm
right on
ready.
that.
I wish they would put
I'm
it on today.
yeah, they need to, but they need like the 6 months in marketing
I'd be
and
like,
yeah.
Dante, I gotta go. Mando's on.
I just watch it together. Put it on right now.
Let's get Psycho. What's up, Scarecrow? Scarecrow's a wrestler out here on Long Island.
Okay. How you doing, man?
And then let's go into that. What are your plans to travel to other states such as the Northeast?
Such
Do
as
you
the
have any plans?
Northeast. Well, I would love to get out there, no doubt. Right now I've mainly been based off in the Southwest. I've been to the Pacific Northwest out in Seattle. Um, I've been as far as, Waco, Texas. That's as
Mhm.
far as I've gone that way.
Right.
Um, I mean, I know the wrestling scene is phenomenal out there, and there's so much to do. And given the opportunity, I would definitely take it. I would definitely go.
Awesome. There's some great promotions out here. I keep
Oh
plugging away
yeah,
at the promotions out here in Long Island.
yeah. I
Creator
mean,
Pro is one of them.
okay,
They call it the Cap Dungeon. That's where all the AEW people come from.
okay.
They're all from there. All the Maxes, Max Caster,
What is it
MJF.
called?
Creator Pro.
Creative Pro.
Yeah, Creator Pro.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. That's in Long Island.
Yeah, that's in Long Island. It's run by Pat Buck and Brian Myers.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that.
Oh, that's it's a big school. According to Cody, and he just said this at another podcast he was on.
Okay,
His obviously he's gonna say his school is number one.
right, right.
Nightmare.
He's not
Nightmare.
gonna, but it's his school.
Right.
He's gonna put his own school over.
That's right. And then the next one would be Creator Pro.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
So
gonna have to look into that. I did not know that. Yeah, well, like it's hard too because wrestling keeps you kind of in a bubble. If you're like in this area,
right.
like you're gonna be in this area, and this is the only place you kind of know.
And you're focused on that, right? Absolutely.
Yeah, until you venture out and like people want to start as your name gets bigger. Obviously, people want to start bringing you out different places,
Right.
and that's the end goal. I think is just to be able to like go out and wrestle, in every state if possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, the more connections you make, like you said, is the more exposure you get.
Yep, and word of mouth is huge in wrestling. Like you can be,
Huge.
yeah, you can be big online all you want, but like for someone to see you in person and be like, "Man, I really like your stuff," and then go tell another person, like as a wrestler, or as a promoter, or anything like that. Hey, have you seen this guy? I really recommend this guy. I think that's always one of the biggest pleasures for me when
Right.
people like, "Hey, I got this opportunity out in another state, and I brought your name up to a promoter. Like, is that okay?" I'm like, yeah, that's great. Thank you. I'm glad you
Right.
thought of me. Means I did something
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely. I saw a WWE scout in one of the events.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was in there trying to talk to some people. Yeah. Yeah. So you never know. Like
Yeah, you
you
literally
go to
never.
that show, they see you, they're like, oh wow, that guy's great. Let me talk to him after. Let me write his name down. Dante
Right.
King. I know another Dante, so my friend was telling me, make sure you don't confuse him with the other Dante.
No, that's okay. I've actually I've met a few other Dantes already, so like it's like It happens.
I'm gonna bring him up real quick so you can see him. He's right there. He's second to the guy with the gold belt. That's Dante Drago.
Oh, okay, okay.
He calls himself the frat star.
The frats. That's pretty
That's
funny.
right. What is your moniker? What do you go by?
My moniker, I am. So I got a couple. I like to play around a little bit. My my first one is I like to go by the undeniable because there's always that phrase in wrestling: go from undesirable to undeniable.
Right.
And
Okay, that's a good one. Undeniable Dante
yeah,
King. I
so
like it.
I get announced as the undeniable Dante King, and then I've been working on a new one. It's kind of going to play with the new gimmick I've been delving into too, but I'm not gonna say too much yet. I've been just kind of
Okay.
displaying that, and whenever it
Okay.
comes out, it'll come out.
I got my own moniker.
Oh
Are you
yeah, what is
ready?
it?
I
Yeah.
mean, if you want to steal it, you can do it. You
All
can use it
right.
because it kind of rhymes with Dante. Big deal Denks.
Big deal, thanks.
That's right. So you can be Big Deal Dante.
Oh, okay. That's a yeah. That's hey. That's not bad.
You
If
know
I
what I'm
steal
saying?
it, no, someone clip that because if I steal it, he said I could.
You can use it. It's okay. It's okay because you'll be Dante and I'll be the Denks version.
Okay. Yep. All right.
I just came. I'm
That's
like,
great.
yo, let me think of something. Big deal instead of because there's big time back, so I didn't want to use big
Right.
time. So what about big deal?
Big deal.
I could
Yeah.
be big deal.
That's dope though. That's dope. I would have never thought about that actually.
I know. If you take it, you take it. It's good. It's all good. It's all good. Do you have any merch on anywhere that people can buy?
I mainly sell merch through my social media
Your table,
websites. Yes, and at my table, obviously.
right?
But through Facebook and Instagram are my my platforms that are easiest to contact me. And then
Okay.
as far as like at shows, I usually have a setup of all my merch at the shows, and I'll take a picture and I'll post about it. Um, I got like 3 or 4 different variants of t-shirts. I've got 8x10s, I've got four
Okay.
by fives, I've got like 5 different sets of stickers. Um, so I mean, I'm trying to get into more like things that attract like children because that's really like our biggest audience here in wrestling. If I can
Okay.
get little knickknacks that grab kids' attention, it brings
Right.
their parents over, and their parents are the ones with the money. So try
That's
and get
right.
that.
Any thoughts about doing any death match type stuff?
Um, death matches, no. It's all hats off to those guys who do that. Tough
Right.
motherfuckers, right? Because
Right.
like I would not be able to do that for what 10, 15 years that people be wrestling. Like I wouldn't be able to do that. But like as far as like hardcore matches, I'll do hardcore matches. It would have to be for a big blow off storyline to where it would
Right.
make sense and not just like a one off.
Just
Well,
throw it in
these
there.
guys are gonna have a street fight or a hardcore match. No, I'd rather it like if I'm gonna do something like that, I'd rather fully commit myself to a story being told and then a big payoff match at the end. And depending on what that story is, I'll take the bump. It's fine.
Right. Now, how important is it for you to tell a story in the ring?
Um, when I first started, I will say it was not important to me at all. I don't know what was going on in my head, but I just wanted to like do these cool moves, and I was like,
Right.
"This is great. We're
Uh-huh.
doing this." But especially more recently, I love the storytelling aspect of wrestling. And then I think you could also do that and put your moves in the match like
Right.
subsequently and have it all make sense. You obviously you don't do too much because I just think there is such thing as too much at some point, and that's a lot coming from me because I do a lot of my matches. But uh, telling the story is like I think the key aspect. It gets the crowd behind you. It gets the crowd behind. Well, not me because I'm a asshole, but
No, you're a
definitely.
heel.
Yes, I'm 100% a heel.
All
I know
right.
you.
That's leading to a question, but go ahead, finish.
Oh, well, I know you can't really tell, but like
Oh, you
I'm
seem so
very
nice
bad.
and
Yeah.
relaxed.
Well, that's what everybody tells me, and it's very deceiving because then you go in the ring and I flip that switch, and I'm a whole different person.
Okay, okay. Can you cut a heel promo right now?
You want me to cut a heel promo right now?
Any opponent, any opponent you got coming up?
Let's see, who do I got coming up? Oh, let's see. I got Level Up Expo this weekend, which is in Vegas. It's a
Okay.
huge deal. You know, have probably like, I want to say at most 4 matches in the 2 days I'll be there at most.
Oh wow.
And
Is it going to
then
be streamed?
it should be. I'm pretty sure it'll be on the Versus Pro Twitch page, as well as like they'll upload those matches on YouTube too.
Share that with me so I can watch.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I'll have to. There, I can actually link that to you right now. Now that we're talking, and then,
I'm putting you on the spot, Dante.
You're putting me on the spot. Okay, so
I mean, so far everybody's come through. I've only done this for 2 other wrestlers.
Okay,
and they've come through. I believe in you, Dante.
This is a message to Balaam Lynx. Balaam Lynx, on March 4th in Greeley, Colorado, I will be facing you for the second time. And this time I will be well prepared. I am not going to lie to you. When we first faced off, I underestimated you. I knew you were a fighter, but I did not know you were that damn good. And that night you bested me. 100%. And I will say that to you as a man. But also you have to admit to yourself as a man that at one point in that match, I had you beat. And you can make all the excuses in the world. Oh, well, I did pin you at the end of the night. I just admitted to that. What you need to admit to yourself is, what are you going to do against a prepared Dante King? What are you going to do now that I'm expecting anything? The only thing you're going to find out is why I am truly undeniable.
That was really good. All right. I love it. That was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. You kind of did put me on the spot, but it's all right. I'm expect everything.
You got to be ready to go. If you're at an event and they're like, you got your gear with you, you're like, yes, I'm ready to go.
Hey, yep. Yeah. Sometimes, sorry about that, but I've been put in a situation where they're like, hey, you got 30 seconds mic time. Go out and say something. Yep.
Okay. I think I like this new segment I'm doing.
Oh,
Quick
yeah.
promo.
Easy. And
I need a name. I need a name for the segment. I gotta ask my people to help me find a name.
Yeah, that'd be good, because it'd be like how you just brought it up on me. You could just throw in a surprise segment right there.
That's right. Dante, thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate you. Please plug away before we head out, all your socials and stuff like that. But before we're gonna go and do all that, I'd just like to say that it was a pleasure having you on, and I want to have you back on.
Oh yeah, no doubt. We just schedule a time and get it going. This was really fun. I didn't know what to expect. Like I said, this is my first time doing anything like this.
You know, when you're on a podcast with Big Deal Denks,
right?
Anything can happen.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you're an excellent host. So I mean, you led me through this pretty well. So I mean,
I need more practice on my promos. I know.
Hey, it's all good. Hey, that's all we do. We practice. That way, the next time I see you, you can cut a promo on me, and let's see how I take it.
Hey man, I'm 50 though, so you know what I'm saying.
Hey, it's all good.
Serena loves the promo.
Oh, thank you, Serena. Thank you. All right, you said plug my socials.
Yeah. Actually plug your matches.
Cool. Wait, I can't. Want me to do it in this chat?
Yeah, just plug all the matches coming up. I'm sorry.
Okay, I got
Serena talking.
I'll be in Las Vegas, Nevada this weekend. Versus Pro Level Up, March 4th. I will be in Greeley, Colorado for Battleground Pro Wrestling, and the weekend after that, I think I'm free. But social media on Instagram, I'm Dante King Wrestling. Facebook, Dante King. Twitter @the Dante King. And YouTube is either Dante King or Dante King Wrestling.
Awesome. That's undeniable.
Oh, yeah. You know it.
We got some comments for you. Hold on. Dante King, Jose Reyes.
Oh, yep. That's my pops right there.
It is?
Yeah, that's my pops right there.
How you doing?
Yeah, number one supporter.
A number one support. Hey, listen, if my son wants to be a wrestler, he was actually going to go to CAP, the one with the school we talked
Oh
about,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and,
That'd
he,
be.
and he hurt his knee, so he couldn't go.
Oh, okay.
But now
Well,
he's back working out and working. So
good. I wish him a speedy recovery. I hope he's able to live that dream out because I mean I
yeah,
know
I
what it's
mean,
done for me.
I don't know if you feel the same way as he did, but ever since he was a little kid, he's like, "This is what I want to do."
See, and I always had like, um, I don't know about wrestling. I didn't know exactly what it would be, but I always had this like feeling, I'm gonna do something of some sort of showmanship. Because even when I was a basketball player, I was a crowd favorite.
Right.
So this carried over into wrestling. I have to establish myself as a heel because when I come out initially, I'm getting claps and cheers, and it's hard to come back down from that. I'm like, why are you cheering me? No,
Right.
so address the crowd differently, and they're gonna boo you.
That's right. Thank you, Dante. Let me just say this for myself. I will be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, not 8 o'clock Eastern time, with Zane Valero. He's going to be on with me. And I don't know if you know this, but this is Psycho Month for Papa Denk, me.
Ooh, what's
I'm
Psycho
going
Month?
psycho because we're getting ready for Psycho Circus for
Oh, okay,
NYWC. Yeah, they got
okay.
some big events coming up there. And I'm going to have Anthrax coming with me tomorrow night at 8. They're invading NYWC. His company is H2O. And
Okay.
he will be at that event, as well as Tony Nese. Tony Nese will be there at that event. And Willow
Dang.
Nightingale, she will be there as well, too. But
Oh, Willow's an awesome wrestler.
she is. I saw she was at the last NYWC event because she's from out here, and she was
Okay.
just hanging out in the crowd. I'm like, I want to go say hi, but I don't want to bother her.
That's really cool though that they go to wrestling shows like that.
Yeah, that was her school. So
Oh yeah, okay.
she was just hanging out with her friends over there. I
Okay.
will also be at the big horror event. We got a big event out here on March 11th in Queens, New York, featuring Cody Rhodes will be there.
What is the big horror event?
It's a convention with a mixture of wrestling stars and horror stars. Like Christina Ricci will be there as well.
Okay.
A couple of like the original Andy from Child's Play, he's going to be there. William Forsythe, who was in Dick Tracy, I think he was Flat Top. Yeah, he was
Okay.
Flat Top. He will be there. The Acclaimed are going to be there, all doing autographs and all that stuff. Sammy Guevara will be there. A whole bunch of people.
Big event then.
Big event, as well as this one right here in Philadelphia. Icons of Wrestling, the Spring Fling. I will be the wrestler Robbie Rebel. Another big event out here, Dante, with FTR. FTR is going to be there. The $1
Nice.
Million Man.
The $1 Million Man.
Yes, even the Playboy model is going to be there.
Man, not the Playboy. I want Ted DiBiase.
I know. I want my DiBiase pop signed. I have it here somewhere.
You're gonna have to take that with you then.
I got a whole bunch of pops I got to bring with me, including the big event. I want my Edge one signed too.
Oh, okay. Yep. Easy.
If I had the Cody, I would get it signed, like the new one.
Yeah.
But it's not out yet. It's supposed to come out in April.
They're supposed to come out with another one, right? It's like the bruised Funko Pop.
Yeah, that's coming out later, I believe. I think that's in the summer. They didn't announce it, but he hinted at it.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to say anything, but he did.
Yeah, he hinted at it. Yeah, so but the one he's coming out with is a Walmart exclusive.
Oh, really?
So you can only get it at Walmart. So everybody's going to be trying to find this pop.
Oh, I live out in Albuquerque. Don't nobody collect pops here. I'm gonna grab one.
I'm gonna grab more than one.
I'm gonna grab one.
I've been looking because there's an overseas in Australia. There's a place called Aussie Collectibles,
right?
And I shouldn't have mentioned it because now I'm not gonna be able to get some of the pops. But yeah, some of them they get them real early.
Ooh.
So like I have Rhea Ripley coming already.
Nice.
And I should be getting it within the next couple of days. She's not due out till sometime.
Oh, that Rhea Ripley pop! I've seen it. It's actually really nice.
Yeah. So like
Gypsy wanted that one.
These stores get them in Australia. So I got that. I got the new Bianca, and I got a Ricky Steamboat.
I seen all those actually. The Ricky Steamboat one popped me. That was.
Really I know. Cool. So when I get them, I'll take a picture and I'll send them to you.
Word, yeah, you gotta do
so
that.
You can see them. Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get it before everybody else.
You're gonna have to. Is there a website?
Yeah, AussieCollectibles.com.
Word. I'm gonna get that.
Write that down. That's important. For a Funko fanatic, that's important. And the shipping wasn't even that bad. It was like $15.
Oh,
But
really?
I hit the expedite. I paid
For
21.
for overseas, only $15.
Yeah, the only thing is
Wow.
it take because it's coming from Australia, so
Yeah.
it's taken like a while. Like it'll
Oh,
take
it takes a
like a
while,
good
yeah.
4 weeks.
Oh yeah,
But
that's no problem to wait though.
I'm still gonna have it earlier than everybody else, even at the 4 week mark.
Oh wow, yeah. See, that's great then.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
friend's a big Bianca fan. I got hers coming with that order.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's great.
there you go. I just gave you a good tip on where to get
Yeah,
Funkos
yeah. I mean,
earlier.
so now if you don't get them, you know I got them. Yeah.
They got the Cody there, so I'm waiting for it for pre-order to add to cart. I'm like, yes.
Right when it happens, you're doing it.
Yeah, because there's this other one in Australia called Pop Culture,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe that they actually go through Funko.
Okay.
So if you try to order it, like a special one, let's say it's like the Cody. Let's say they had it in stock, but it's an exclusive to a retailer. They
Right.
won't ship it to you.
Oh,
It'll say restricted shipping.
damn.
But Aussie Collectibles actually
They're
ships it
like,
to you.
no, we're shipping it to you.
That's like we're getting it to you. So yeah, that's a secret now that I told everybody.
Sorry.
Also,
Hopefully nobody wrote that down. You know what I mean?
that's right. I got one more thing to plug, Dante, before we head out. You ready?
Yeah, I'm
This
ready.
is a big one. It's the season premiere this month of Vlog Interaction. That is the vlog show that I do at Victory Pro Wrestling out here. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
This is the 23-6 championship.
Oh.
The most coveted title in all of YouTube. Look at that belt. Handcrafted
Nice.
in Australia by a
Well, it's got
Bushman.
little buttons on the side too.
That's right. We're going to upgrade the stones on it because we want different stones.
That's sick.
But we got to find out what's going on with the title. Will the Solution lose it or will he retain it? The only way to find out is that Vlog Interaction coming out later this month.
Who's the Solution? That guy's winning. I don't know who he is, but he's winning.
I don't know about that. He's a little cocky, that guy.
I mean, hey, that's the best way.
He used to be an apprentice, and now he's the master.
See, that's always how it happens, isn't it?
Dante, thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks, man.
I would like to send you some of our Beyond the Barricade stickers.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Maybe we can trade stickers.
That's right. Send all your info to Serena, and I will have them mailed out to you within the next week or so.
Awesome. No problem.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Dante. Your first podcast appearance. How do you feel coming off your first podcast appearance?
I feel good. It's not as bad as I thought it was. I was a little nervous to talk, but, I'm good.
Good. Everybody who's watching out there, make sure you recommend Dante so we can have other podcast appearances.
Yes, sir.
And get Dante's name out there.
I mean, come on. I'm such a good talker. Look at me. You got to have me somewhere else.
That's right. Absolutely.
Right,
Dante, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Have a great night.
Thank you so much for
Tell
having
Gypsy
me.
we say hello and SOS says hello.
Okay, I'll definitely do that.
her kismet partner.
Yeah, that's her wrestling wife right there.
That's right. Have a good night, Dante. Take care.
Right, man. You too, man.
Everybody else, have a good night.